For supplies today, you're going to need blank paper. You could use a pencil if you'd like. I'm going to skip straight to my juicy Sharpie and some sort of coloring utensil. I'm going to use colored pencils today, but you could use crayons or markers, up to you. To start our drawing, we are going to make an optical illusion looking like we have a piece of cake cut out of our cake. So I'm going to start with two diagonal lines, a little bit past the halfway point in your paper. So I have two diagonal lines about the same length. And then I'm going to draw a straight line down through the center. So now it looks almost like I have an arrow, doesn't it? And I'm going to do parallel lines to those top lines. So I'm going to do two more diagonal lines like so. And then I'm going to connect these lines here to make two shapes. So that is the slice out of my cake. Now I'm going to do the top of my cake. I'm going to make it a little bit kind of like a shallow smiley here on both sides. And I'm going to make what's like an ellipse shape, only I have this little cutout in it. So I'm going to also draw a shallow frowny along the back side. And I'm going to, once again, parallel to this, I'm going to do a little shallow smiley, and then the same side, a shallow smiley, and then two vertical lines to connect. And voila, right now it looks almost like a wedge of cheese, doesn't it? We want to make it look like cake. So I'm going to give it some layers of frosting. And to make it look like the layers, I'm going to make sure that it is parallel to that top line. So there's a frosting layer. Here's another frosting layer. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Voila, there is my cake. That looks delicious. I'm also going to make sure that I put it on a plate. So I'm going to start a little bit up from the bottom, maybe like 2 fingers width from the bottom, and I'm going to make an oval shape. So I have my plate like that and meet it around on the other side. And I don't want it to look like it's floating around in space, so I'm going to put a horizon line, which is the edge of the table, like that. And I'm going to skip over and do the other side. So now I look like I have this lovely cake. Now you could add other decorations to it if you want. You could add another layer on top. You could add some candles if you want to do a birthday cake. This weekend is Mother's Day, so maybe you could draw some flowers on top that you could color in for like a Mother's Day type cake. You know, those like frosting flowers. Yum. You can do whatever you'd like. I'm going to do some dripping frosting like that. Maybe some frosting down at the bottom to make it a little fancy. I think I might actually put a candle in here. Why not? I want to make it look a little rounded. And I want to cover up that oops that I had right there. The little beautiful oops. Put it in a little rose like that. Once I get all my details done, I get to start coloring. Now, I'm not going to bore you while you watch me color, but I do want to show you one fun trick to make sure that if you do a candle, that it looks like it is glowing. So around the outside edge of it, I'm going to do some yellow like that. And I might even add in a little bit of orange to it. And then I'm going to color in that. And sometimes that flame has a little bit of blue at the bottom of it, so I might put a little bit of blue down at the bottom. And then when I go and color in around my candle, it really makes it look like it is glowing. So I'm going to fast forward the rest of this as I color in the rest of my drawing, and I will talk to you in a minute. So my cake is lightly colored in, and now I'm going to just add a little bit more detail, make it pop a little bit. I'm going to go around all my edges and go nice and heavy, nice and dark all the way around the edges and make it look a little bit more exciting. So if I were to put on my future glasses, your artwork might look something like these samples. Now, if you notice, by doing that little edge around with the darker color, it just kind of makes it look a little cleaner, gives it a little bit more pop for the cake. I can't wait to see your samples. See you later, guys.